Yo, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the who are you going to use your free Awakened character selector on? Man, that is a mouthful. So this video should be posting right at about the same time. You're actually going to receive this selector. So make sure you log into the game, for Christ's sakes. Now, I didn't specify in the last video I just did. The video was talking about, this check-in event, about the characters that you can select. There's 10 characters available. I pinned a comment after the fact with all the characters that were available here. So it goes as follows: Spider-Gwen, Elsa, Moon Knight, Medusa, Cho, Red Guardian, Doc Ock, Red Skull, Shadow Shell, and War Tiger. And I put together a list, right, a ranking guide from 1 through 10. And I think it's important for me not to just, I could just put the list on the screen and call it a day. But I think it's important for me to talk about each of these characters, where their uses are, what you can expect from them, because you might need. You might be strong in a certain type of content in the game, but you're lacking in a different type. So I'm going to talk about what you can expect from each one of these, because I have every one of them awakened. I've tested every one of them except Elsa. Elsa is the only one, and for good reason, and that's why she's actually last on the list here. She is the least useful of them all. Her only use is actually going to be story mode requirement. That is it. It's a use. It's something. All right, let me get this off the screen and let's jump into this. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet for you guys. All right, so yes, coming in at number 10. And just like I always do with these lists, I'm going to go from 10 all the way from the bottom to the top. So yeah, number 10 is Elsa. I don't even have her over here. I'm not even going to pull her up. Her only use is story mode requirement. So if you need that, if you have like most of these other characters done and you keep seeing Elsa pop up there, you can go ahead and do that, but I don't suggest it unless, like I said, you have all the other characters done. All right, and then at number 9, I have War Tiger here. So War Tiger, honestly, I never use this guy. He's not a good character. Now the Warriors of the Sky, they do have a use, but War Tiger, he's like the odd man out. You got Blue Dragon, Shadow Shell, and then Sunbird. Okay, and you kind of need Sunbird on the team because of his tier 2 passive, right? Unfortunately, he's actually not on the list. I'm guessing it's because he's paywall, but not that passive. This passive here, if he's on the team, any Warrior of the Sky, when they die, they revive with 50% of max HP, and it's super OP for Alliance Conquest, because it basically, anytime I put these 3 on a team, they can take out any team, right? They kill metas twice. Any character with revive, right? Sentry, Jean, now Mephisto, so on and so forth. Dormammu, they'll kill him and they'll kill him again. And then once they go into the second team, they pop their awakened skill right away, just like any other awakened character. And that's a use. So if you like AC, there's a different character on the list here, not War Tiger, that could be of use to you if you don't have her already. Okay, so yeah, that's War Tiger. Again, if story mode requirement, but yeah, I wouldn't expect anything from him. Nothing from him. Okay, now number 8. Number 8, I have Red Skull. Red Skull coming in at number 8. He's not that bad. He's pretty bad. He's pretty bad. I don't know. He needs another uniform, I guess. I don't know. Will he ever be meta? He was okay for a time, but yeah, I don't use him anywhere. Story mode, requirement. That's about it. Really, yeah, that's about it. There's like he is at the bottom of the barrel in terms of just being able to carry you through any type of content. I'm gonna say that. All right, number 7. Number 7, I have Red Guardian at number 7 actually. Now he could be okay for like Alliance Conquest. Just be he's got a lead. He's got so 35% HP. Typically you see 30%, right? Like Captain America, and there's some other characters with this lead, but he's got 35. So there's that. I guess if you gave him a regen, why, unless you're like heavy with regens, I wouldn't suggest doing that. But yeah, I don't expect him to really clear any content for you either. He's just really not that good. I wish I had better things to say about these characters so far, but yeah, that's about it. Okay, number 6. Number 6, I put Cho at number 6. Okay, I don't know. Some people might disagree with this. Okay, so Cho. All right, let me talk about 6 and In let me talk about 6, 5, and in 4, 5, and 6 here. So depending on where your need is. Okay, so Cho, he's actually not all that bad in terms of like his damage. He's not all that bad. Like I have a rage on him. I'm guessing if I put an energy on him, he would probably surprise me. Like right now, yeah, I don't use him anywhere. I mean, I have every character, so I guess depending on how built your account was, he could be of more use, for you. I mean, he could maybe get some Null or Mephisto done for you. I think it might be pushing it even more for Mephisto because he's combat. But I mean, he's okay. He has high all defense down on his right. I think he has like high all defense down. Yeah, he's 60% all defense down on his 1 through 5. And then he's got another 60% on his Awaken skill. If used right, he's okay. When he first came to the game, he was actually pretty meta. I used him a lot for Proxima. He's one of my Proxima clears, and he can get it done. But he's kind of falling off, right? The power creep, just like every other character. And then we have Doc. So Doc Ock, he can do squad battle, right? He's a speed villain, right, for Vibranium. Bullseye's better, and I think him and Bullseye teamed up are actually the best team. Spider-Gwen could score more points solo than Doc, but just because of her animation runs long. And Doc, you kind of pop him in there and you run it real quick, but mainly you want Bullseye in there for most of the time. If you had to choose between Doc or Spider-Gwen to run the whole thing, Spider-Gwen's gonna do more damage. But just because his animation is that much quicker, then you can get Bullseye in that much faster. That's why I think that team up is actually a little bit better. But I strip mine. Yeah, he's again, like there's just other characters that are stronger, and we're gonna get to them. Okay, and then number 4. Number 4, I actually have Shadow Shell, and I put Shadow Shell here because of her AC value, and I just explained it, right? You put Blue Dragon AC or Shadow Shell, Blue Dragon, Shadow Shell, and Sunbird on the same team, and they're just gonna destroy. They're gonna destroy any meta team. At least for me on my account, they've done it 100% of the time without fail, and they've killed them twice. So that's why I'm putting her there. She's again, as a standalone character, she's just like not all that strong. I mean, so Cho as a standalone character is stronger than her, right? If you're gonna take them in to like do clear content, see, the thing is she has the same accumulation as Sharon Rogers does on her, on her 5th skill, but it still doesn't put her over. It still doesn't put her in a place where she can, she's definitely not as strong as Sharon Rogers. But it's something. If used right, she can be okay for you. But again, don't expect big things from her. Along with, like I said, Doc and Cho. So those can be interchanged depending on where your needs are. Like I said, Doc for squad battle, team up with Bullseye. Shadow Shell for AC, and then Cho he's probably the strongest standalone in terms of damage. Okay, now it gets a bit better. Okay, so number 3, I put Gwendom and number 3. Where is Gwendom? She is over here. She's right here. Gwendom's not a bad character. I actually have a really good build. I have 15 Odin's Blessings on her. Still haven't finished her ISO 8 set, but I have an energy on her. Energy works really, really well on her. They actually fixed her 4th skill. Her 4th skill at the very end of it didn't used to do damage to Null. Now it does. And she's not that bad. And she's speed, so she has the type advantage against Mephisto, right? And I haven't done thorough testing with her against Mephisto, but when I did all the speed characters, when Mephisto first got put in the game, she was up there. She was getting the quick and dirty done, like pretty much. I think she was one of the fastest. She was definitely one of the fastest, and she's not that bad. She's not that bad. She could do squad battle. Like if you don't have Bullseye or Doc, I would probably choose. And you're looking to choose one of these characters, and you didn't have a couple of the others that are higher on this list, Gwendom would not be a bad choice, and she could definitely score very high for you in squad battle. All right, number 2. Number 2. I put Medusa at number 2. And I put her at number 2 because she's a very good standalone character. She's got some pretty crazy damage. I know she could work with an energy if you're concerned about, the Pierce and Rage. I actually want to do that testing. I've heard really good things about her. People that have energies on her. She has a rotation that works very well with an energy. So, and she has her lead, right? Right. Check out her lead, 45% to all universal types. So she's a good lead for Odin, Thor. Wouldn't give her a lead for Beta Ray Bill. I mean, Beta Ray Bill's lead's going to be better for Thor, but if you're looking to do 2 different clears, with those characters, any universal type character, right? A 45%, which is pretty darn good. Plus, she has a passive that buffs all Inhuman allies. So, Black Bolt. There aren't any other Inhumans that you're going to bring into like World Boss, but there are other Inhumans in the game. Crystal. Kamala Khan, Thane's pretty good, but depending on what kind of content you're looking to use her in, but she does very good damage, and she has a good lead, and she has support passive to other Inhuman allies. Hopefully we get either new Inhumans in the game or reworks for the ones that existing in the game, like Thane. Hopefully we get a uniform for Thane in Awakening or Tier 3. That would be dope. That would be so dope. All right, and then at number one, I mean, it's the only character left. Mr. Moon Knight, the tall glass of... Oh, I'm sorry. You got the title stripped from you. The former tall glass of milk. Yeah, he's still very good. I mean, even though there's a power creep, coming up in the game, before Vision and Iron Man, he was like one of my top dogs for null, and he would get the quick and dirty done faster than pretty much anybody. These two came along and they're doing it faster. They're doing it faster than him, but he's still very, very good. I have a maxed out build on this guy, so he could do ABX for you, right? If you don't have Venom. Venom is ABX meta, but he's still very good. He can still score very high. He works very well with an energy or even just a proc. If you're giving him a Forge energy, all attack works better than the beatdown. I tested that through and through. But yeah, so he's just useful in so many places, and he definitely deserves to be number 1. Or, I mean, maybe Medusa could be your choice if you don't have either of them. Just like I said, she does very good damage, plus she's got the lead. Leads are valuable. Leads and support passives are definitely valuable. So there it is. There's my list, guys. There is my list. I hope this helps you out making your decision. Like I said, you got to consider your needs. You got to consider where you want to up your game in, right? If it's squad battle, if it's World Boss Legend, right? If you need more leads, depending on where your account's at. Me personally, the only character I don't have is Elsa, so I can make use of this ticket. Otherwise, it would have been 512 bios. So I'm kind of glad I did not choose to awaken Elsa yet. She's gonna be my choice if you were wondering. Like I said, because I don't have anybody else to choose. But if I didn't have any of them, I would choose Moon Knight without a doubt. And like I said, he can work with a proc. I mean, I guess Medusa can work with a proc as well. So if you didn't have those, and Gwendom can too. Her rotation she's very fun to play. She's very fun to play, and she's got good damage. So yeah, one of those 3, if you didn't have either of them, would not be a bad choice, my friend. So I'm gonna end it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helps you out, and I got a really good one coming up next. I already recorded it. I already did it. So you better stay tuned for that. You stay breezy, friend, but most of all, you stay safe out there. Peace.